Right now on Good Morning Northwest, a standoff that lasted several hours in Kennewick is finally resolved. One person was arrested. We'll tell you what led up to agencies responding to the scene. And the Lewis Street overpass is finally open, but is it too late for some local businesses who had to close their doors? Also this morning, officials are expected to give a status report on the repair and painting of the Blue Bridge. YWSP will also be there. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast when you might need to keep that umbrella handy. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5 a.m. on Monday, April 29th. I hope you all had a great weekend. We'll check in now on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, I hear we're going to be getting some rain coming in. When exactly is that coming in?
A little bit of light rain expected today, Jessica, and it looks like the bulk of the rain, or the steadiest of the rain, will be moving in this morning. So depending on when you leave for work and when the kids head off for school, there could be some showers impacting your morning drive. We're dry right now, but look, there's some higher elevation snow falling across the Cascades this morning. So we do have some cold air with this system, but it's going to be all rain for us here in the Columbia Basin. We do have a lot of clouds out there as we take a live look out of our Legends Casino Skycam in Richland at Columbia Point. Our sun rising at 5:45 this morning. We get those later sunset now after 8 o'clock. It is a little bit on the chilly side, especially with that wind. It's going to be a breezy day. We're at 46 in Tri-Cities, 46 Walla Walla. But look, across the Yakima Valley, it is a bit colder with temperatures in the middle 30s this morning and feeling even colder when that wind is blowing. So here's what to expect. Take the umbrella with you today. We're looking at showers this morning, tapering off in the Yakima Valley during this afternoon. Highs in the upper 50s, so a rather cool and breezy day overall. Tri-Cities, showers likely this morning through around lunchtime, and then maybe a spotty shower or even a few rumbles of thunder this afternoon. Highs around 60, 62 degrees. And in Walla Walla, we're looking at temperatures rising only into the middle 50s with scattered showers and maybe a few rumbles of thunder this afternoon. Now we're looking at a rather cool and somewhat active week. We'll break down that 7-day forecast for you coming up in a little bit. Jessica, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. And now to your local headlines this morning. Tri-City Regional SWAT, along with other law enforcement agencies, spent several hours at the Tradewinds Apartments in Kennewick last night. 79-year-old Eduardo Medrano was arrested on suspicion of unlawful possession of a firearm, possessing a stolen firearm, malicious mischief, resisting arrest, and obstruction. Kennewick PD says Medrano is also a convicted murderer out of Arizona and has a felony assault record in Washington, so he's not legally able to have possession of firearms. And Kennewick officers were called to the Tradewinds Apartments on Edison Street just before 4:30 p.m. for a welfare check. They entered an apartment to treat a sick man and say Medrano, who had called 911, became argumentative with them. Officers say they saw Medrano near a rifle in the home and quickly left with the sick man, but Medrano locked himself in a bedroom, and they confirmed that he was armed with a shotgun. Several other agencies, including SWAT, arrived at the scene, and officers evacuated nearby apartment units. They say when SWAT sent a drone into the apartment, Medrano loaded the shotgun and pointed it at the drone, then swatted the drone with something and damaged it. Around 10 p.m., authorities were able to get Medrano to surrender and put down the shotgun, which officers say later came back as stolen. Officers say when they were able to get into the apartment and investigate further, they found another gun and a significant amount of bullets and shells, and the investigation is ongoing. And 2 men have been arrested after being accused of being porch pirates in a Kennewick neighborhood. 36-year-old Kyle Heinz and 40-year-old Brandon Baker were arrested on suspicion of theft and criminal trespass. Officers were called to the 1600 block of South Fruitland Street after people reported seeing the men going up to homes and stealing packages off of people's front steps. KPD says when they saw officers coming in, they tried to hide in backyards of homes, but police caught them. Officers say it's all thanks to people calling in and reporting suspicious behavior. Also, authorities are investigating after a woman was arrested Friday, accused of pointing a gun at a group of people near the Yakima River Bridge in West Richland. And Richland PD, West Richland PD, and deputies with the Benton County Sheriff's Office responded after a person called and said the woman approached the group, and that included 2 children and a dog. She pointed a gun at them and threatened them. Authorities say the woman was arrested at the scene and is facing charges of 5 counts of assault. A wanted man out of Walla Walla County has been arrested after several days on the run. He's accused of kidnapping, auto theft, and other charges. 26-year-old Stephen Cleveland was arrested on suspicion of kidnapping, auto theft, hit and run, eluding malicious mischief, and escape from community custody. Authorities attempted to do a traffic stop on a car being driven by his girlfriend, but authorities say Cleveland drove away from the scene with the woman's toddler son in the back. After a chase in Oregon, Cleveland abandoned the car and authorities were able to rescue the child, but Cleveland got away. 4 days later, authorities believed Cleveland to be hiding in a trailer in Walla Walla County. He fled the area again in a vehicle, crashed while on Peppers Bridge Road, and it resulted in several hours-long standoff. Eventually, authorities were able to arrest him, and there was another man who was also arrested on the property for an outstanding warrant. More details on this case is on our website, applevalley.newsnow.com. And now it's a big step forward in Pasco. The Lewis Street overpass is officially open after $36 million and years of planning. Work to close the underpass and replace it with an overpass has been going on for months now. The overpass has sidewalks and bicycle lanes along with space for cars. While the overpass is now open, city officials say they're working on the finishing touches and they're planning a ribbon cutting, a ceremony for later this year. And the overpass has come at not just a big cost for the city, but for businesses near the construction area. Our very own Monique Ledesma spoke to city officials about how they're working to make sure that businesses can afford to stay open despite the weeks of disruption. Some of those businesses did not make it through and had to shut down. Other business owners say they were told funding would be available to them, but few found out they qualified for the federal funding. And you can find our stories on the Lewis Street impact on applevalleyNewsNow.com. And now to some things happening today around the region. The Port of Kennewick and Benton County is inviting the community to celebrate this morning as renovations begin at Vista Field. The Southern Gateway Transformation event will be held at 6600 Deschutes Avenue in Kennewick, and the event gets underway at 10 a.m. The Southern Gateway Transformation Project will turn 2 former hangar buildings into open-air pavilions that also includes a sheltered courtyard with a stage. The community is invited, and again, the event begins at 10 a.m. The Washington State Department of Transportation and the Washington State Patrol are expected to give an update this morning on the Blue Bridge repainting project. This update includes why the painting is needed to preserve the structure. The Washington State Patrol will also be giving guidance on how drivers should be navigating the lane closures. And that includes, once again, the zipper merge. And the event will take place at 1 p.m. on the Pasco side. A Sunnyside restaurant is celebrating its grand opening this morning. Sally Limon is located at 450 South 6th Street in Sunnyside. It's a Mexican restaurant and sandwich shop. A ribbon cutting will take place at 11 a.m. and the restaurant is offering free finger food and desserts for those who come out to celebrate with them. There will also be a free tote bag for the first 50 families. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a rare disorder now on the radar of researchers. What scientists are studying when it comes to doing this in your sleep. Trust us, you don't want to miss what it is.
You're gonna need a new bumper.
Did you say burger, guac, cheese?
Santa Fe burger sauce, burger, jalapeno pepper, cheese, burger, cheese, burger, spicy cheese, bacon.
Guac, cheese, bacon.
Need burger! Get burger.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See, $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $830 off any phone. No trade-in needed. US Cellular. Built for us.
April is National Foot and Ankle Health Awareness Month. If children complain about recurring foot pain or have other problems, see a doctor. Get more at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Prosser Orthopedic Center podiatrist Dr. Jerry Clifford is accepting new patients. This is how we care. STCU and Apple Valley News Now honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and donating $1,000 to their favorite charities. To nominate someone who's making a difference in Benton and Franklin counties, just click on Volunteers Count at applevalleynewsnow.com.
If your family is anything like this, you need quality floors from Empire today. Like durable carpet with built-in stain and pet protection. Tough wood laminate with a scratch-resistant finish. Or waterproof vinyl plank floors. Even bath time is no match. And when life happens, Empire backs every floor with great warranties. Quality floors you can count on.
Save $350 on your next project. Call this special number now.
1-844-254-8536.
It's one of the most awesome sights in the Pacific Northwest.
It's hard to decide which direction to look at. It's a very humbling experience.
And it's just a short drive from the Tri-Cities.
You appreciate what we've been given.
Fly the Northwest over Palouse Falls. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Weather-wise, it's been kind of a strange winter with lots of clouds and more rain than usual. Now it's springtime and we're all looking forward to some great northwest weather. But a pop-up rain shower or blowing dust can change your plans. So trust Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather to give you plenty of warning of what's headed our way because we want no weather surprises.
Trust Stacy Lee and Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather on your side.
Always on your side.
This is what your coffee choice says about you. Latte says you are a people pleaser.
Not so much these days.
Next live, Anne Hathaway. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
The El Diablo Burger is back at Carl's Jr. Habanero, jalapeno poppers, bacon. Give in to your devilish desires.
You don't have to tell me twice.
I figured El Diablo is back for eternity. Only at Carl's Jr.
Need burger! Get burger.
This newscast sponsored by Washington State Department of Revenue's Working Families Tax Credit.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your health headlines this morning, the number of measles cases in the world doubled from 2022 to 2023. According to the World Health Organization, there were more than 171,000 cases globally in 2022, but that number went up to 320,000 cases in 2023. Almost half the cases have been in Europe. The U.S. has had 128 cases this year, and technically measles was eliminated from the U.S. in 2000, meaning there was no spread within the country. Also, a sleep disorder called sexsomnia is getting more attention from researchers. The condition, also known as sleep sex, involves a person performing sexual acts while in a deep sleep and having no memory of it. Experts say it's the same category as other parasomnias like sleepwalking or sleep talking, but it's difficult to study unless an injury is involved. A 2010 study out of Norway found that 7% of the respondents had experienced sexsomnia. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, once considered a frontrunner for the GOP VP spot, now South Dakota's governor is coming under fire for a story from her tell-all memoir, why all sides of the political field are uniting against her. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your first alert full forecast. That is up next.
You're going to Hollywood.
Watch tonight at 5 and 8 on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health, your 5-star rated hospital. This is how we care.
Make your first move with battery power made by Steel. Right now, save $50 on the KMA 80R Combi motor or the HSA 50 hedge trimmer. Real Steel.
Hi, this is Paul Wood of Woods Nursery. These are our arborvitaes for this season. We're running a special on them. They're 67 footers. They're $89.95 while they last. We've got fountains too, over 60 of them to choose from. Flowering trees. We have 5 acres of nursery stock. It's absolutely full this year, and we'd love to see you come out and join us. And we appreciate your business with over 50 years of Woods Nursery.
Everybody in the Tri-Cities has been to a Hubby's Pizza Party, right? You haven't? Acquire the Hubby's habit and book your party today.
delicious, mouth-watering food made with only the freshest ingredients. It's party time at Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years. Book your party today.
We have a beautiful young woman killed.
What happens when the interrogation helps put the wrong man in prison? Until years later, when the real killer steps into the box.
What did you use?
My knife.
Oh my God.
The interrogation tapes, tonight on ABC.
Stan's gonna ride the Nebula drop tower.
Finally! I'm ready to ascend to the clouds, to go where no dino has gone before. Goodbye, Earth. Hi, Alice!
Whoa! He doesn't know it comes back down?
Apparently not. I'll let you know when I hit orbit. Drop tower, I get it.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
You thought it would bust through the ceiling?
You came through a portal from another dimension. Weird stuff happens.
A semi-truck accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
If you've been hit by a semi-truck, call Tamaki Law. We understand the complex rules and regulations of the trucking industry. Dealing with big rig insurance companies requires a knowledgeable legal team, one who fights for compensation and justice that you deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Incredible Palouse Falls by Air, Tuesday at 6. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Hope everyone had a good weekend. It was somewhat of a cool and breezy weekend, and those conditions will continue to start off the new work week. We're currently dry right now in Richland, but that will be changing in the next couple of hours. We do have some breaks in the clouds, but those clouds will continue to thicken and lower once the rain pushes in. And we're about a half an hour away from the official sunrise here at 5:45 this morning. Our temperatures are in the 30s and 40s, so a bit colder across the Kittitas and also Yakima valleys this morning. 35 in Yakima, 36 in Ellensburg, but the rest of us in the 40s. 46 in Tri-Cities, 46 Walla Walla, 47 in Connell, and 44 in Hermiston. So you will definitely need that jacket today, and I would grab the rain jacket if you have it. If not, take the umbrella with you because I think you're going to need it. It's going to be a breezy day. Winds are already up out of the south and west between 10 and 15 miles per hour, and we can see gusts today as high as 30-35 miles per hour. First alert radar showing that we do have a couple of showers developing just to the east of Walla Walla and Dayton. A couple of showers also developing west of the Yakima Valley, and you can see the blue showing up. Yes, that is snow across the higher elevations of the Cascades. We have a piece of upper level energy swinging onshore this morning, so it is a wet start in Seattle and Portland, and all of this precipitation will be working its way east over the next few hours. Let's time out the rain for you, letting you know what to expect. We'll start to see that rain push in as early as 8 o'clock, I would say. Rain will be on the light side. Snow showers continue for the Cascades. We're not going to see any snow here locally. And then by noon, we have most of the shower activity pushing off to the east. However, later on today, we could see a few more spotty showers develop, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder. That's just how much energy this storm system is packing. But it looks like the most widespread steady rain will be early this morning. So scattered showers, cool, breezy today. Highs only in the upper 50s, lower 60s. Keep in mind our average this time of year at the end of April, lower 70s. Tonight, the rain really starts to diminish in coverage, and by tomorrow morning, maybe a stray shower around. That is about it. It stays breezy overnight, so temperatures will be in the 30s and 40s. We'll call it mid to upper 30s, with temperatures only falling to 40 in the Tri-Cities. Then tomorrow, a shower or two will be possible at times, but rain chances are lower tomorrow, only at about 20%. We'll keep a lot of clouds in play, and it will still be another breezy day. Temperatures still in the upper 50s, lower 60s. So the cooler and breezy weather continues. Now, how much rain are we expecting between today and tomorrow? Not a lot. Like we mentioned, it'll be on the light side, anywhere between a couple hundredths to maybe a tenth of an inch. We could get close to a quarter along the foothills of the Blues, but we're not going to add much to our April monthly rain totals, and we definitely need the rain. We'll have an update on that coming up in a little bit. Breezy tomorrow, 64. Then for the start of May, 68. That's still below average, though. 70 on Friday. And then the forecast for this weekend, a bit more uncertain at this point. We do expect temperatures to rise into the 70s, but we could be talking about rain chances. Yakima 58 today and tomorrow. We're back in the 60s on Wednesday. We'll get a break in the action before another storm system pushes in on Thursday. Walla Walla, good chance for rain today. Snow in the higher elevations of the Blues, and then a couple of showers possible tomorrow. Drier for May 1st, 63. Hermiston 60 today, 60 tomorrow. Middle 60s and partly cloudy on Wednesday. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. In your political headlines this morning, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem facing backlash this morning on all sides of the aisle over a story found in her upcoming memoir. Rhiannon Alley says she could be facing charges and putting her political career at risk.
This morning, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, considered to be in the running to become former President Trump's pick for vice president, is responding to the backlash over a story in her upcoming memoir. In the book, Noem says she shot and killed her 14-month-old puppy named Cricket for bad behavior. Noem claims the wire-haired pointer had an aggressive personality that included misbehaving on a hunting trip, killing several chickens, and biting Noem's hand. Noem also detailed killing a goat she called nasty and mean. Reaction has been swift from both sides of the aisle. Conservative media personality Laura Loomer saying she can't be VP now. You can't shoot your dog and then be VP. The Biden campaign posting these photos after the story emerged of the president and vice president with their dogs. And there was this moment at Saturday's White House Correspondents' Dinner.
I am killing this dinner harder than Kristi Noem kills the puppies.
But Noem responding yesterday saying, I followed the law and was being a responsible parent, dog owner, and neighbor, adding that shooting her dog wasn't easy, but often the easy way isn't the right way. Her fellow Republicans taking advantage of the controversy. Carrie Lake, also a potential Trump VP pick, shared this photo wishing her dog a happy birthday. And Florida Governor Ron DeSantis posted this video encouraging people to adopt rescue dogs.
In a sign of the challenges Noem may face, a New York Post opinion column said that, quote, we finally found an issue that unites the country. And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, she's hitting the top of the charts again. We've got your entertainment headlines and who Taylor Swift tied for top albums. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Does your phone have the Apple Valley News Now app? With top local stories, first alert weather, and an easy way to enter our contests. Make Apple Valley News Now your go-to information app. Search and download on the App Store or Google Play.
Why do you Goodwill? Well, there are countless reasons.
I come for the thrill of a deal, and I never miss out on the 50% off tag.
I like to hunt the bins for hidden gems.
Goodwill lets you define your style with unique gifts and treasures around every corner.
And giving back to your community just feels wonderful.
With hundreds of reasons to shop at Goodwill, you can feel great about knowing 95.7 cents of every dollar you spend helps your community. Goodwill. Donate, shop, impact locally.
There's working you. And then there's chill you. Chill you is more carefree and curious, more present, more relaxed, more fun. Chill you is the best you. There you are. Bring back your chill you with an escape to Coeur d'Alene, the city by the lake. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Looking for a car with more room for adventure? Make your presence known when you drive away in a new 2024 Kia Sportage LX with all-wheel drive from Overturf Kia. You'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock now, $29,790. Plus, get 5.49% interest for up to 72 months. Take delivery today or reserve a car that is on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. You'll find 16 pages of store-wide savings. Pick up a copy in-store today. Members save $50 on an Avanti 7 cubic foot chest freezer and Z-Grill's wood pellet grill. Stock up and save on Ball 12-count pint jars, now $2 off. Plus, don't miss our annual Planting Day event, Saturday, May 4th from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. Find these savings and more in our latest savings book at Bi-Mart.
With friends, there are no secrets.
You have a third nipple? Julia's in a porno movie! If I'm going down, I'm taking everybody with me.
The best way to end your day. Friends, tonight at 11:05 on Apple Valley News Now.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment news, movie and music news now in our Hollywood Minute, David Daniel has the dish on Taylor Swift's big debut.
I was supposed to be sent away, but they forgot to come and get me.
There's no holding back Taylor Swift or her fans. Swift's new album, The Tortured Poets Department, is #1 on the Billboard 200 Albums chart, selling 2.61 million units in its first week. It's Swift's biggest first-week sales ever, nearly double her previous record set by last year's 1989 Taylor's version. She's the only artist ever with more than 1 million first-week sales for 7 different albums.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nicole Kidman.
Oscar winner Nicole Kidman has received the 49th American Film Institute Life Achievement Award. Kidman was honored at a star-studded ceremony for her award-winning career and her impact on the film industry. The event was held at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, the home of the Academy Awards. The AFI ceremony is set to premiere on TNT June 17th and on Turner Classic Movies June 27th. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
And Swift is now tied with Jay-Z for the second most #1 albums by a recording artist. And the Beatles are #1 with 19 top albums. But something tells me she's going to beat that record one day. Well, coming up on Good Morning Northwest, why you may be seeing volunteers in the Zintel Canyon area. We tell you what they're up to coming up. And it's a story that's making hoofbeats across the region, the zebras in Washington. We've got their story also coming up.
In today's Tech Bites, Apple is reportedly stepping up negotiations to bring chatbot features to the iPhone. According to Bloomberg, talks are underway with OpenAI that could lead to a deal for AI integrations into iOS 18. Sources say Apple is also considering another option, Google's Gemini chatbot. Next, Android users can now simultaneously download multiple apps in the Google Play Store. Previously, you had to wait for one to finish before a second could start. But the simultaneous downloads do not apply to app updates, only to fresh installs of new apps on your device. And there is news of a potential deal to bring buckets of NBA games to Amazon Prime. According to The Athletic, the streaming service would become one of the league's main homes. The agreement would reportedly guarantee ESPN and ABC, though, remain the home of the NBA Finals. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Rhiannon Alley. Have a great day.
What does it mean to be rich? Maybe rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering magic. Rich is being able to keep your loved ones close and also send them away. Rich is living life your way and having someone who can help you get there. The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
These new menu items at Panera are perfect 10s. They're also each under $10. More new sandwiches and salads, more in every bite, and more new options under $10. Come taste the new era at Panera.
Okay, everyone, our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Ensure with 27 vitamins and minerals, nutrients for immune health, and Ensure Complete with 30 grams of protein.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, a large portion of the Midwest has been devastated by tornadoes. We'll show you the two areas that were hit hard. And volunteers will be in Zintel Canyon today and throughout the week. We'll tell you what they're up to and why you should keep your distance. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5:30 on Monday, April 29th. Happy Monday. Let's check in now on your chilly forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, it was a little colder out there than I expected, but I think it's from that wind. Also, I hear we're getting some rain, possibly.
Yes, rain will be pushing in over the next couple of hours, and it is a bit chilly out there. The wind making it feel even colder than that actual air temperature, so providing a little bit of a wind chill this morning. Here's our first alert radar. There are a couple of showers east of Dayton, east of Walla Walla. Not much going on in the Yakima Valley just yet, but notice that there are some higher elevation snow showers across the Cascades early this morning. Some of those spots under a winter weather advisory. We're talking at the end of April, still seeing a little bit of snow there. Legends Casino Hotel Skycam in Richland showing that we do have a few breaks in the clouds, so a little bit of sunshine to start off the day before those clouds thicken and lower. Sunrise 5:45, so we're getting closer and closer to it, and that sunset now after 8 o'clock. So take that umbrella with you. Also, make sure you take the jacket with you because it is on the chilly side, like we mentioned. 46 Tri-Cities and Walla Walla, 41 in Dayton, 35 in Yakima this morning, and 36 in Ellensburg. So this morning, before you head out the door with those temperatures of the 30s and 40s, the jacket and the umbrella are a must. Showers will be pushing in by the time the kids are heading to school. It will be a light rain, but chances for rain are highest this morning and then start to come down as we head into the afternoon. But we could even see a few rumbles of thunder later on today with all this energy with this storm system passing through. Now we're looking at a breezy and cool start to the work week. We'll let you know when those temperatures return to the 70s coming up in a bit. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And the Washington Policy Center hosted a forum about breaching the lower Snake River dams at Columbia Basin College. The panel included advocates from both sides of the aisle. Representative Dan Newhouse was there, as well as Nancy Hirsch from the Northwest Energy Coalition and Todd Myers, who's the Washington Policy Center's environmental director. The forum was named the Great Dam Debate. Can we find a path forward?
And the aging infrastructure of the hydroelectric system is also a big cost. They were built in the 60s and 70s. They're in need of significant maintenance. There is a cost to doing nothing.
That's a good point, Nancy. The hydroelectric system is old faithful for sure in everything it's done, but it is outdated. It does need updates, and that will be costly. So how will that affect reliability in the future?
This is a great point, right? There's a T-shirt that I need to get that says, there are no solutions, only trade-offs. And so whatever you choose, there are costs associated with it.
I wish all of the people that utilize the river were able to contribute to that conversation. I think we need everybody. We need every voice at the table because guess what? We're all going to have to live under what's decided, and it has to be something that works for everybody, the tribes, the farmers, the transportation folks, everybody. Will we all be happy with the outcome? I'm almost guarantee you not. But if it's something that we can all live with, then that's what the best we can expect.
The conversation about saving the salmon and potentially breaching the lower Snake River dams continues. The trail through Zintel Canyon in Kennewick will be shut down occasionally from now through May 5th. The city says crews will be working on clearing brush and trees for fire mitigation. It's been almost a year since this huge wind-driven fire ripped through the canyon and destroyed a nearby home. Fire investigators were not able to determine precisely how the fire started, and you might notice volunteers with Team Rubicon in Zintel Canyon throughout this week. They're asking everybody to stay at a distance because those crews will be working with dangerous equipment. More than 30 Yakima Valley wineries are celebrating new wine releases, and they were able to share them with the public over the weekend. Spring Barrel Weekend was held and included events at more than 24 wineries along the Yakima Valley. Tastings pulled from the barrel, special pairings, educational events, bites from local vendors, and live music. People had the chance to experience what Yakima Valley wineries had to offer.
I think the best part is to celebrate the changing of the season and seeing what the wineries are doing and learn more from them, and just to celebrate what makes the Yakima Valley great as a destination.
And we have a list of participating wineries, including some in Benton County, and their offerings on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. High school students from Richland High School prepared meals for children and families in need as a part of Feeding the Hunger Pack-a-thon. Students from the Richland High Honor Society prepared a total of 30,000 nutritious meals. It was rice, dehydrated veggies, vitamin powder, and protein were all in the bags. Pasco Riverside Community Food Bank, the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, and Basin City Food Bank will distribute the meals to community members in need.
We are getting a grant from the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints to be able to do all this, which is really cool. Yes, National Honor Society looks for service events all around the community to help out with, but this is the first one that we've actually put on our own and found our own volunteers. We're so grateful for the Church of Jesus Christ for sponsoring this event and giving us the food to do this, and we obviously have the hands to help out. Go Bombers!
The Just Serve Club and Feed the Hunger were also involved in this project. And now to the severe weather overnight, just hours after a deadly tornado outbreak left several people dead, including a 4-month-old child. Andrew Dimbert says states from Nebraska and Iowa to Oklahoma and now Texas have seen these destructive and devastating storms.
This morning, the multi-day severe weather outbreak now leaving its mark on Texas.
You see this right here? This is where our house was.
The sheriff in Trinity County posting this video overnight saying a tornado just touched down, showing widespread damage to a community north of Houston.
It's no longer here. It's completely gone. Cars turned completely upside down. It's kind of unheard of in our area.
2 people were rushed to the hospital after being rescued from a damaged home.
Tornado right here, right here, right here.
Since Friday, more than 130 tornadoes have been reported across the middle of the country. At least 4 people were killed from the storms in Oklahoma, including a 4-month-old. The National Weather Service says a tornado that was at least EF3 strength, packing winds up to 165 miles per hour, destroyed the town of Sulphur.
I just haven't seen this much destruction from my time as governor. It seems like every business in downtown has been destroyed now.
Video from above shows the scope of the devastation. Roofs ripped off, homes demolished.
I just kept seeing pictures on the news and Facebook, and you don't know how much real damage is done to you. See it with your own eyes.
In Iowa, several people were injured and 1 person killed in Minden, where officials say nearly half the city's homes have been destroyed. And authorities in Nebraska say more than 150 homes were damaged in Douglas County. The National Weather Service office in Omaha issued 48 tornado warnings Friday, the most ever issued in a single day. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
And coming up in our 6 a.m. hour, we'll take you to another spot hit hard, and you'll hear from a man who says a trip to buy hot dogs saved his life.
This morning, the multi-day severe weather outbreak now leaving its mark on Texas.
You see this?
On your period, sudden gushes happen. Say goodbye gush fears thanks to Always Ultra Thins with rapid dry technology that absorbs 2 times faster. Hello, clean and comfortable. Always fear no gush.
Sometimes Jonah wrestles with falling asleep, so he takes ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, and wakes up feeling like himself. Get the rest to be your best with non-habit-forming ZzzQuil. Better days start with ZzzQuil nights.
No one expects to get in a car wreck, but that's exactly what happened last summer. The drunk driver crossed over the center line, crashing into us and causing life-threatening injuries. It was difficult to focus on healing while facing overwhelming medical bills and lost wages. How will our bills get paid? When can I go back to work? So much was running through my head. Abeda Nelson's team did the work to make sure we didn't have to worry.
Abeda Nelson, we focus on you, you focus on healing.
It's one of the most awesome sights in the Pacific Northwest.
It's hard to decide which direction to look at. It's a very humbling experience.
And it's just a short drive from the Tri-Cities.
You appreciate what we've been given.
Fly the Northwest over Palouse Falls. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Make-A-Wish Alaska and Washington is holding an Air Miles drive to help grant wishes to local children with critical illnesses. With nearly every wish now through August requiring air travel, your donation of airline miles today can launch countless journeys of joy and healing. Alaska Airlines will match a portion of the Alaska donations to jumpstart the campaign, and McCurley dealerships want to help get the word out to Eastern Washington. Turn miles into smiles by donating your unused air miles or points to Make-A-Wish Alaska and Washington today.
When two family pets are killed by sheriff's deputies.
They got out their AKs in a residential neighborhood and proceeded to shoot.
Viewers asked us to find out why.
They're running around and just playing.
Apple Valley News Now digs deeper.
No one got hurt. There was no dog fights.
Trying to get answers.
The dogs didn't do anything.
We prioritize human life over a dog.
Local news you need from people you trust. Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
On behalf of STCU, we want to present you with this $1,000 check. Joe McDonald volunteered at the Pasco Aviation Museum, and although he is gone, his dedication to the museum lives on, earning them a $1,000 check from STCU.
He was very particular and did all the research, so the information that's in the display cases were absolutely accurate.
STCU honors volunteers in our community. To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at applevalleynewsnow.com.
This is what your coffee choice says about you. Latte says you are a people pleaser.
Not so much these days.
Next live, Anne Hathaway. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Want free college or career training? It's possible. Go to waggrant.org.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. So progress on the Recovery Center coming to Benton and Franklin counties continues. Riley Fitzgerald joins us live in studio this morning. Good morning, Riley. What can you tell us about what's going on with the Recovery Center project?
Good morning, Jessica. The Columbia Valley Center for Recovery is in its last few stages before construction begins.
I spoke with one of the representatives on the Benton Franklin Behavioral Health Advisory Committee. The committee and everyone working to make this recovery center a reality have been busy since the purchase of the old Kennewick General Hospital and the Welch's Grape Warehouse. According to committee member John Roach, more than $23 million have been raised for capital investment for the project through state and federal grants and through the efforts of the counties and the Tri-Cities Recovery Coalition, along with the roughly $10 million generated through the 0.1% sales tax. Roach says the idea is for the sales tax to be a part of the operating fund, along with insurance.
The idea is that for many of these services, they will be reimbursable through Medicare, Medicaid, insurance companies, and that hopefully the bulk of those services will be reimbursable in that way. And then what the 0.1% of 1% does for us is it gives us the ability to shore up those gaps where that institutional funding won't cover it, and to be able to offer those services and create that, give us the ability to create that true no wrong door policy.
According to Roach, the advisory committee has been working with Doug Hughes, a dean at Columbia Basin College, to possibly bring back the Substance Use Disorder Professional Certification Program at the college, something that may bring more healthcare professionals to the region.
So there's 100 new jobs associated with opening this facility, right? And some of those are jobs for whom there aren't enough people in the Tri-Cities with the necessary certification. So CBC, after 15 roughly year hiatus of not offering the SUDP certification, will be restarting that program in the fall.
And more details on that potential partnership are expected to come at a later time. Jessica, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, another story, this time on climate change. How climate change is affecting people who are going to the polls this November. Why this may energize the younger base. And looking outside, temperature is 46 degrees. Looks beautiful out there. The wind kind of made it feel a little more chilly in my opinion. But meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have more details in that first alert full forecast. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Incredible Palouse Falls by Air, Tuesday at 6.
'Cause you're free to do what you want to do. Do what you want, do what you want to do.
Times may change, but some things remain timeless.
I've been using the Dove Beauty Bar more than 25 years.
Dove is 1/4 moisturizing cream.
I feel silky smooth.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Find it online or pick up a copy in store. Save more store-wide on everything you need for spring and more at Bi-Mart. Northwest employee-owned for 20 years.
Sometimes it's hard to see past the looming repair and replacement costs all around your house. Finally, you can stop seeing money and start saving money with First American Home Warranty. First American covers the systems and appliances you depend on every day. Air conditioning, refrigerator, washer and dryer, electrical, plumbing, and more.
If there's one guarantee in homeownership, it's that things are going to break down.
When an appliance or system breaks down, First American sends a trusted contractor to fix it.
And if they can't fix it, they will replace it.
Members pay low monthly rates with unlimited claims and 24/7 customer service.
We've saved thousands of dollars that we've been able to reinvest into our home.
All plans include a no questions asked money back guarantee and flexible payment options so you can never pay for covered repairs again.
Call 1-800-209-8578. That's 1-800-209-8578. Call now.
Weather-wise, it's been kind of a strange winter with lots of clouds and more rain than usual. Now it's springtime and we're all looking forward to some great northwest weather. But a pop-up rain shower or blowing dust can change your plans. So trust Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather, to give you plenty of warning of what's headed our way because we want no weather surprises.
Trust Stacy Lee and Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather, on your side.
Always on your side.
They are the very best. They are champions, and they're not done yet. Bring it. Who are the Jeopardy Masters? Last year's champion returns.
Surreal moment.
But it's anybody's game.
It's going to be tough against people like these.
Formidable. It's something more to prove. As some of the all-time greats compete for a chance to be crowned the 2024 Jeopardy Masters champion.
I believe the move is all in.
Jeopardy Masters primetime event starts Wednesday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Does your phone have the Apple Valley News Now app? With top local stories, first alert weather, and an easy way to enter our contests. Make Apple Valley News Now your go-to information app. Search and download on the App Store or Google Play. From Apple Valley News Now, first alert weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We've been talking about how we've been so dry this month across the Columbia Basin over the past couple of weeks. And now as we start to finish the month of April, we're still looking at a pretty big deficit across the region. So Walla Walla, we're about 1.5 inches below average for this time of year. Pendleton, a little over 3/4 of an inch below average. Yakima, almost 1/2 inch below average rather. Tri-Cities, we're 1/2 inch below average, and Hermiston, a little over 1/2 inch below average. You can see we've only seen about 1/10 to about 1/4 inch for the entire month of April. So it's going to end up being a pretty dry month since tomorrow is the last day. But we could end up seeing a little bit more rain added to that monthly total today and tomorrow. We're talking about maybe a few more hundredths. 1/10 of an inch is possible between today and tomorrow. Temperatures out there right now in the 30s and 40s. It's a bit of a chilly start, especially with that wind blowing. It's 46 in Tri-Cities, 46 Walla Walla. We're at 35 in Yakima, 44 in Toppenish, and Prosser, 37 degrees. So be sure to bundle up, and that wind not helping matters. Winds are out of the southwest, anywhere between 5 and about 15 miles per hour, but will certainly increase throughout the day today. First alert radar showing that there are still a couple of rain showers to the east of Walla Walla, to the east of Dayton, and snow still falling across the Washington Cascades. In fact, there are winter weather advisories in effect for the Cascades as this strong upper level storm system pushes on shore. That'll allow this rain to push a little bit farther inland over the next couple of hours. But here are the winter weather advisories. Yes, we could still get snow across the higher elevations of the Cascades this time of year, and snow levels actually down to pass level in the Washington Cascades. 4 to 8 inches of snow above 3,500 feet, 2 to 8 inches of snow across the Oregon Cascades, possibly an isolated 1 foot of snow will be possible. And I want to show you this. This is what Stevens Pass looks like right now. Snow and slush along the roadway there. So traction tires advised if you're going to be traveling in that direction today. Right now, as we take a look at our futurecast and what to expect, snow along the Cascades. But as we get into the main morning rush, we're talking about 7, 8 o'clock, we could see a couple of light rain showers moving in, continuing through around lunchtime. And remember, any rain that falls will be on the light side. And then you can see there's not a lot of action during the afternoon, but we can't rule out a spotty shower, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm. A few rumbles of thunder look possible this afternoon on an isolated basis. So today, scattered showers, cool and breezy, upper 50s, lower 60s. That's cooler than this weekend and a good 10 degrees cooler than where we should be for this time of year. Tonight, the rain will diminish overall. Can't rule out a shower here or there as temperatures drop into the 30s and 40s once again. And it'll still be breezy overnight as well. So a chilly start on your Tuesday. Tuesday, we're looking drier overall, maybe a stray shower, but that is about it on your Tuesday. Temperatures around 64, so still cool for this time of year. 68 on May 1st, and then another chance for rain on Thursday. Yakima 58 today, 58 tomorrow, and then we'll get a break in the action on Wednesday. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And many Americans now believe in climate change, but is that impacting their votes this fall? And if so, how? Rachel Bade says climate change could quickly become one of the top areas of focus as Americans head to the polls this fall.
Rising sea levels, record-setting heat waves, destructive wildfires, and catastrophic storms. As more severe weather becomes a reality worldwide, climate change has become a top focus for many Americans. In 2010, only a slim majority even believed in global warming. Now, 72% say it's taking place. Those concerns, however, aren't necessarily translating to the voting booth. A recent study showing that American voters are more worried about immigration, the economy, abortion access, and democracy. And climate change? It doesn't even rank in the top 10.
That's our biggest problem in the climate movement right now. We don't have enough voting power.
Climate activists currently trying to change that, knocking doors and hoping to get concerned voters to the polls.
The people who prioritize climate and the environment need to show up.
The two presidential candidates couldn't be more different on the issue. President Joe Biden has championed hundreds of billions of dollars in subsidies for clean and renewable energy. He's boosted electric vehicles, imposed emission standards to cut greenhouse gas emissions, and even created a new climate corps to expand the environmental workforce.
The fact is, President Biden has done more to address climate change than any president in U.S. history.
Former President Donald Trump has minimized climate change, even dubbing activists global warming hoaxsters and joking that rising sea levels mean more ocean view properties. He's vowed to roll back Biden's clean energy policies, arguing that they're a drag on the economy. And when it comes to oil, Trump wants to drill, baby, drill.
To embrace the possibilities of tomorrow, we must reject the perennial prophets of doom and their predictions of the apocalypse.
The environmentalists talk about all this nonsense.
But with the growing number of Republicans acknowledging climate change, political watchers argue that the party will have to do more. For political reasons, if nothing else. Young voters, they note, they're scrutinizing how politicians address this issue.
Basically, the younger the voter, the more they're likely to prioritize climate change as a voting issue. And yeah, that is going to be a reality that Republicans are going to need to grapple with eventually.
Progressive activists may applaud Biden on climate, but they're also urging the president to do more. The Biden administration says it will continue fighting global warming in a second term. Only time will tell if that will translate into votes come November. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, It's a story you're going to see everywhere today. Zebras escape and go on an adventure in Washington. Why people say it was a magical moment.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Apple Valley Eats.
All right, so my job here is the food and beverage executive chef. I've been here 10 years. Started off here as an entry-level cook. I was given the opportunity to step into the executive chef role, which is the position that I'm in. I've been in that position for about 6 years now, almost. What I do here, I handle not so much the day-to-day operations, but everything that goes into the menu planning, the SOPs for all of the cooks, recipes, ensuring all the recipes are all the same, the consistency, the vision of the food and beverage department as far as the aesthetics, what is it gonna look like, what does the food preparation look like. We have everything from catering, fast food, employee meals, which is a cafeteria style setting, and then obviously our bread and butter, what we do, a buffet here at Legends. What we like to do here is try to keep our team members happy, try to be versatile with them, try to be flexible, whatever needs that they may have, we try to accommodate. We do have childcare here on property, so if somebody needs to drop their kids off at childcare, that option's always there. You could come into our department with no experience at all, but we're gonna show you how to hold a knife, we're gonna show you how to cut vegetables, we're gonna show you how to cut meat, we're gonna show you how to use all the equipment. Is the comfort of knowing that I'm gonna have my consistent 40 hours a week. And that goes from everywhere from a dishwasher all the way up to my position. It's another benefit of working here at Legends. I like to think of it more as a career rather than a job.
Today at 11, after The View.
You've got a date with Access Daily.
Food, self-improvement, and of course, fun.
You don't know this?
Then at noon, ABC's GMA3. Access Daily, today at 11 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome to Beaver Valley Lodge, your rustic lodging and event venue in the beautiful Leavenworth, Washington. Experience the great outdoors and enjoy the beauty of the mountains as you stay with us on our 50 acres in the Cascade Foothills. Whether you're joining us for a wedding, retreat, vacation, or family reunion, we're here to make your stay unforgettable. We make it our goal for you to come as a guest, but leave as a friend. Book your stay today at beavervalleylodge.com.
Need a new furry pal? It's Operation Best Friend from Apple Valley News Now. Each Wednesday, we'll feature lovable pets from area shelters wanting forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Windermere Group 1 and Apple Valley News Now.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
A flight over magnificent Palouse Falls, Tuesday at 6.
Good morning, and here's your close to home forecast. We are currently dry right now with snow showers along the higher elevations of the Blues and snow along the higher elevations of the Cascades, but we will start to see some light shower activity develop over the next 1 to 3 hours. So today we are expecting some light rain this morning and then maybe a few isolated showers and rumbles of thunder this afternoon. It will be a rather cool and breezy day. Highs only around 58 in Yakima and Toppenish, 45 Cle Elum, 52 in Ellensburg, 59 Sunnyside, 62 in Tri-City, 60 degrees at Hanford, 60 in Hermiston, 59 in Prosser. So we're a good 10 degrees below average for this time of year. And we'll keep it in the middle 50s along the foothills of the Blues. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And they say when you hear hoofbeats, think horses, not zebras. And that may be the age-old saying, but for one Washington community, it ended up not being horses at all. Reporter Maddie White says for many witnesses, it was almost a magical moment.
Just after noon, drivers on I-90 did a double take
and realized we were looking at a bunch of zebras eating grass on the side of the off-ramp.
Their striped silhouettes set against the sound of speeding cars behind them.
A little bit of disbelief, and then really just how can we help?
North Bend local Dan Barnett says other drivers had the same urge to help.
The cars on the off-ramp kind of pulled over by the guardrail and kind of lined up really close to kind of make a makeshift fence to keep them from coming up onto the off-ramp.